updates. It's been a couple of days since the egg transfer. Egg transfer was on Monday. Today it's Wednesday the 24th of May, and I'm feeling good. Been taking it easy. And dang, in a way I feel like lazy because I can't do a lot, right? Well, I'm just trying to take it easy. I went to work yesterday. It was actually a pretty chill day. Try not to stress. And after transfer day, they tell you like no running, no swimming, no high impact activity. You can't lift weights. So really all I can do is like, I don't even know if I can do squats, but yeah, like squats and walk. And I can't even do a fast walk. I have to do a very good pace walk. So I'm on my way to physical training, PT. I had to get a doctor's note because, active duty, they still expect you to exercise with them unless you're on a profile. And a profile is usually like what you're limited to do. Like, you can't lift this much amount of weight. You can't walk for far distances or stand. Usually it's like when there's an injury or something physical going on, right? So I can't do any high impact activity until next week, Thursday, until I get my actual beta test, if they negative or positive. So yep, I woke up early yesterday, got on my treadmill, walked, trying to stay active. I have PT on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At 6:50, I'm at the gate. There's traffic, and I'm supposed to be at formation at 7 o'clock. So, going to be a little late. See, AirPods disconnected again. How annoying. Yep, physical training, PT on my way. Now, what y'all been waiting for? I don't know if y'all been waiting, but eggs, right? I had 5. 2 of them were not a good grade, so those were like out already. So I had 3. 1 was ready for transfer, which is the one that I have, that I got. The other 2, on Monday, they were still like at a 1 BB, I think. And Dr. Fish said, let's monitor them and see how much they progress. If they're still developing, I'll give you a call. He calls me yesterday and he says, yep, nope, they stopped developing. Those are no good. And then you start thinking about like, damn, like 11 extracted. Out of the 11, only 5 embryos. And out of only the 5, it's 1. I got 1. But it only takes 1. So, crossing my fingers, right? I try not to like be negative, of course, because I have a tendency to overthink things. So during this whole process, I've been really trying not to overthink it, take it a day at a time. Obviously, I like Google stuff, look at videos, TikTok. I saw this TikTok about this lady. She had 53 eggs extracted. I'm like, what the hell? 53? That's a lot. Mind you, she was younger than me. I am 32. And it could be a lot of different factors, right? Out of those eggs, only 1. Oh yeah, the lady had 53 eggs extracted. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I try not to compare, right? I know probably many people do it. You compare yourself and you're like, well, what about this and what about that? Nope, Stephanie, look, there's, every person is different. You have eggs and you have 1 good one. Let's just focus on that, right? I'm not even thinking about the failed IVF and what would be next, right? We'll get there. We'll deal with it when we get there, right? I've had a couple people ask me like, well, what if it doesn't work? I don't even like entertain that question. not even thinking about that. We'll figure it out when we get there, right? I haven't told a lot of people because, I actually haven't experienced or knew somebody that went through IVF. So a lot of my friends and a lot of my families are in the same position, and they have questions, and I get it, I understand, but sometimes those questions can be overwhelming. And so I'm very like short with them. I go into details with some that I know that we're in the same headspace, they know what it is. But those people that are like, well, what if this and what if that? Nope. Very short, very little information. But yeah, so my next appointment is next week on Tuesday, which is after the Memorial Weekend. And that's my first beta test. And the doctor said that if that one shows negative, he's not too concerned about it. That the one on Thursday, which is 2 days after, then if that one's negative, then that one's he's gonna be determined if it was a failed IVF cycle or not. So still taking the progesterone oil. Definitely do the ice pack, not the heating pad. Jordan was like, hey, why don't you just try the ice pack? Because the heating pad obviously wasn't working. So I tried the ice pack the past 2 days. Yeah, do that. It worked for me. It may or may not work for you, but okay. Just pulled out to PT. I have 5 minutes to run to formation. I'll see y'all later. Today is 28 May, which is 6 days after egg transfer. Just wanted to kind of do a little video about how I've been feeling the past couple of days. Like if I've been anxious or nervous or anything like that. I feel like I've been pretty calm these past couple of days. Obviously, I think about the beta test, which is the pregnancy test. I have it on Tuesday, but I've been kind of just being busy or staying busy. Got a lot going on. Well, not really, but I've been working, and just dropped off my son to his dad's in Arizona for the summer. And I actually found out a couple of days ago that I was selected for a promotion. So crazy thing about it all was I knew that the promotion release was going to come out in May, but I also knew that I was going to be going through the IVF process this month. So I kind of put a lot of my thoughts into the IVF process and being excited, and I thought that was going to keep my mind off of the promotion release, and it did for a little bit, right? And then, like always happens, I always dream about it. Maybe it's a sign, but last time when I made technical sergeant, which is E6, I dreamt about it, and I actually had a dream that I was being promoted to E7, master sergeant, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And I was telling Jordan, like I really thought this IVF process was going to keep my mind off of promotion, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and I was just kind of making like assumptions on when the release date was going to be. So my friend told me there was going to be a release on the 24th. I didn't believe it because statistics weren't out yet, and I was like, no, it's probably like first week or second week of June. And then like the next day, our chief Bass, had posted on her Facebook like, yeah, the commander's getting the list today. So like my anxiety was like going crazy, my heart was beating fast. I was like, oh my god. The same day, Xavier had an awards ceremony, so I wanted to like focus my energy and attention towards Zay because it was his day, and I didn't want to take from him. Like I try to show him a lot of attention and that he's important to me. So I was there, I was present at his award ceremony, and part of me, the back of my mind was like a little anxious, but I was trying to get over that. So you can imagine the IVF transfer was like not in my mind right now or at that moment. And sure enough, I was notified that I made Master Sergeant first time around. So I've been dealing with like that emotion and being in shock and in disbelief of that promotion, that I haven't been really thinking about like what ifs, the beta test, right? Now that the feelings have settled in about making Master Sergeant, now is the feelings, the thoughts and all of that are coming back for the test. Googling is probably one of the worst things you can do while you're waiting for your pregnancy test, because you hear about of implantation and implantation signs. I've always heard about like spotting, cramping. This is how you're gonna feel, or you may feel, or you may not. So obviously I've been like trying to look for like the signs for that. And cramping can happen at any time. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom or something, right? So it's just been like the past 2 days, I've just been thinking about it, and I think today I'm okay. I'm okay. If it's positive, oh my God, like I'll be ecstatic. If it's negative, I'll be fine, being that this is our first IVF transfer. I've always been one to kind of not have high expectations on certain things like this, just because if it doesn't end up going the way that we want it to, I'm not super crushed and I'm not like devastated. Again, it's only our first round, so I'm sure like things would change the next couple of weeks, or if it's failed or multiple times, whatever the case. But I'm not even thinking about that right now. Again, like I've said, we'll figure it out when we get there, right? I've been like really thirsty the past 4 days. Like when I tell you thirsty, like thirsty. I have this big water jug, not this one, that I take to work, and usually by the end of the day, I have quite a bit of water left. And Thursday, I like finished the whole water bottle before I even went home for the day, which was like at 2 p.m. I was like super thirsty. I'm super thirsty right now. So, I got the Stanley. I put an IVF in there to help me with my electrolytes and all of that. But yeah, I've been like really thirsty lately. How many? I would say I go through like 2 or 3 of these a day. If I have the liquid IV in there, then I'll only drink like 2 of them. Really, really thirsty still. Yep. And again, today's Sunday, so in 2 days I have my beta test. Oh, since egg transfer, you're not supposed to exercise like high impact. I think I went over this the other video. So I've been walking like 30-40 minutes, not every day. I think I walked like 3 days this week, 3-4 days, I think 4 days. And I've been missing my Peloton. So today I did a 20-minute like a prenatal ride with Robin, and I just was tracking my heart rate, making sure that I wasn't like going over 150, because I saw it on a video somewhere that you don't want your heart rate to go over 150. That's not what my doctor says, so don't believe on that. It's just something I saw on a YouTube video. So it was a easy ride, and then I did like a 3-pounder, 5-pounder like weight strength class on the Peloton too. Again, took it easy. Don't want to mess anything up, and trying to just like stay active, go on a walk. Did the ride. Tomorrow I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know if I want to do another ride or if I'm like pushing it at that point. Might just do a walk, but maybe go a different route, because it gets hot. I live in Nevada, Las Vegas. It's hot. It's like 80 degrees, like around 8 o'clock in the morning. And yesterday wasn't too bad when I went on the walk. It was a nice little breeze. No, I might do a walk. Might walk the dog. If I walk my dog, or I walk Leo, I'm like still trying to train him not to pull the leash, so it takes a little longer. And I'm like constantly stopping, switching directions and trying to just get him to stop pulling. But we'll see.